What's the deal? This isn't the picture from the thumbnail. Okay, so when I was drawing the main picture of this video, the video crashed, and so I lost it, and so there's no beginning sketch for it. I felt bad about that because the sketch to me is the funnest part to watch, so I grabbed another picture just to do the sketch because I, am lazy and didn't want to actually finish this. Maybe one day I'll come back to it, but until then, this is just a sketch. This is only a sketch. But it was a lot of fun to do, and I liked the more action pose of this. I had an entire month to work on things, and I still came down to the wire. It is like a couple hours until March, but we did it. We're 2 for 2 for this year. I hope I can draw 10 more 10 more pictures before the year ends. Gosh, I hope. But yeah, I was really happy with how this one turned out. So even if it never gets finished, it's still a really nice sketch, and I'm glad I got to do it. I thought maybe I'll do the entire picture, like with the background and the colors and stuff, because it was a lot simpler compared to the second photo coming up. But I didn't, and that's fine. I think it's cute. It's, I just wanted the sketch. There's the sketch. Everyone can ooh and ah at the sketch. Now, as for the second picture, which was the first picture that I lost the footage of for all of the sketching, except for the second part, you can see me correcting things, and it's flipped because I am doing the whole, you draw one way and flip it because your eyes are all wonky and you can't tell what angles are. This is comprised of 3 different pictures. I just wanted all 4 of these characters into the frame because I thought it was really cute. Aside from it being 3 pictures put together, I also, for the ladies, I made their faces more dog-like like the rest of them because they are dogs in this universe, so it makes sense. I'm not terribly distressed that they don't look super dog-like, but if you're gonna draw them as dogs, you could draw them as dogs. It would be okay. So this is one of those pictures that I started, and my eyes adjusted and I hated it. So, saw all of the flaws, and I was like, we're just gonna throw this in the dumpster pile if we don't talk about this, and that just sits there. But time was passing, and this was all I had, and I wasn't getting motivated to find anything else. I was lucky I did that sketch earlier, which, had I persisted and tried to finish that, none of this would have happened. My friend and I have been watching Sherlock Hound off and on, and the art style is really fun. And it's interesting to see how they kind of remix all the stories, because I'm listening to the Sherlock Holmes audio stories and then watching these, and they're completely different, so the mystery's still alive. I'm not like, oh, I know how this one ends. No, very different. Big shout out to Greg Wagland and Magpie Audio for amazing narrations of Sherlock Holmes stories. I'm gonna link it at the end of the video because they're just so much fun to listen to and got me through a lot of this, as well as a lot of exporting and editing from other things I'm doing. Just fantastic. Glass is also another thing I don't particularly want to draw because of the reflections and all of that stuff. This, thankfully, was pretty easy. I don't think any of the glasses are really the same size or shape, but and the reflections are also probably very iffy, but it looks passable. You know, you can tell those are glasses. You can tell that they are sitting for a meal. It is dinner time, right? Right. I started drawing the roses really, really tiny, but thankfully because of the last video where I was drawing a bunch of roses, I felt a bit more confident trying to tackle these roses. So I waited on this picture too long, saw all the flaws, and finally when I was like, oh, it's fine, it doesn't matter, I'll finish it, it'll be fine. I then, you know, sometimes you pick a picture and your brain is off. You're just like, oh yeah, these people look good. And then your brain turns on when it's time to draw the background, and chaos ensues, and you realize that you're just a fraud and you can't draw, but you persist. And you go, well, what can I do? And you draw just the bare minimum. You're like, anything. Just do what you can. And that's what we've done. We've put a color in the background to, you know, fill up the white space. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.